Rainbow Six Siege is a widely known game, and every day new players come to play Siege for the first time, and soon we'll take on a true, intense competitive experience, that being ranked. In this video, I'll be telling you several tips and tricks on how to win your first ranked game as a player who's just starting out. Number 1. Stay calm and optimistic. Rank can sometimes be stressful, believe it or not. In other words, it can get sweaty as shit. If you're a noob and you're in a 1v5 situation, the chances are you'll panic and not know what to do. The chances of you winning that situation are low when you're just starting out. So stay calm, don't panic. This applies even if you're not in a 1v5 situation. Rank can be intimidating, and they'll put you down simply because you keep on dying or failing. Do what you can. If you don't do anything, there's no way you'll ever improve, let alone help your teammates win. Staying optimistic can greatly improve your probability of winning a round. It's like taking a math test in school. If you're pumped, ready, and confident, you can probably pass the test. Well, in this case, the round. Doesn't mean you always win all the time. If you lose, don't fret. Keep on going. Number 2. Get a team. Sometimes solo queuing might be a mistake, even if you're in the higher ranks. Why is it a mistake, you ask? It's 50-50. You might get toxic players or not. You might get an opposing team who's slightly better. If you solo queue and you aren't exactly a player with at least moderate knowledge of the game, then your teammates might be your enemy. Trust me, the amount of toxicity is insane in this game. But don't let them pull you down. This goes back to tip 1, where you have to stay optimistic. If you're fortunate enough to have a team that's understanding about your current skill set, stick with them, and if they're good, stick with them more, and they'll become more than just your teammates, your friends too. I found my team pretty much the same way in ranked. I just found a good team and we got along pretty well, and they're my friends to this day. Finding teammates aren't just locked to the game itself. There's a Rainbow Six Siege Discord server with more than 80,000 registered Discord users who play Siege. I'll link the Discord in the description box down below. Number 3. Step out of your comfort zone. In ranked, taking risks can be rewarding to you and your team. Doing runouts, making deadly flanks, it can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Don't get too overconfident or execute your risky moves at the wrong moment. Sometimes it's best to wait for the right moment despite what you already know. It can be a bit tempting. Making risks aren't the only thing outside of the comfort zone. Choose different operators instead of your mates, even operators from the DLCs if you have them. For me, I always pick an operator best suited for the objective location and situation. If you only play your mains, you'll never truly learn how the game works. Each operator works in synergy, so pick operators you haven't played yet, or the operators that don't really appeal to you. They can make a difference, and maybe your opinions on them can change. Hell, play Tachanka and reign supreme over the objective and hold down the fort. Number 4. Do not be so purely focused on your score. To be fair, it's completely natural to have that sense to be good in a game and be concerned about your score in a competitive game like Siege. I, to this day, am still the type of guy to be concerned about my score in Siege because if my current score in the match is sorely lacking, it will simply make me look bad. But I'm trying to learn that the stats in this game don't mean shit. There are pro league players who have terrible stats, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They're great players. And ranked isn't all about achieving high ranks. The ranks don't define who you are as a player at all. Just keep learning the game, the map, the core patterns, the meta, etc, etc. If you're focusing on your score, really all you're focusing on is just getting kills. And sure, they win the rounds, but not all the time though. Sometimes the gadgets you have can win the round for your team. The whole point of this tip is to play the game. Here's Kickstar's video where he talks about the ranks and scores and what they mean.
Listen, please understand this. Ranked stats do not mean anything in this game. There are plenty of professional players with sub 1.0 KDs and terrible win-loss ratios. And they're fucking amazing players, okay? Listen, none of them mean anything. None of the stats. They're all superfluous. They are beside the point. They really don't prove a damn thing. They aren't something you should strive to improve. You should just play the game and try to learn how to play the game. There are so many things in this game outside of winning matches and getting kills. Too many things. Those skills are the skills that will get you into Pro League. Things like being good and knowing where to put your thermite charges, knowing where to put your Habanas, knowing which flanks need to be held given the attack the team is choosing to execute. Holding those flanks, having the patience to do that, knowing where to put
The 5th and final tip for today's video is to correct your mistakes the next round. It's really a no-brainer to be honest, but if you do not learn from the previous round, you are bound to repeat that mistake. If one strategy doesn't work, make up another one. Get creative, do things out of the ordinary. They will throw the enemy off guard. Analyze what you did wrong the previous attacking round or defending round, and do what you can to mend it. Watch how your teammates play, and if they are effective plays, use them to your advantage, but don't execute the same move again and again where you're at the point you are predictable. Like I said, mix up things. Making those mistakes are the first step to improving in the game. To get better, just simply continue playing the game. And that's it for today's video on how to win your first ranked game as a beginner. Of course, these tips apply all the time. I hope you guys learned something and will use these tips to your advantage. Don't worry, as a Siege player, I can completely relate to the beginners, and I still have a lot to learn myself. Siege is changing. Adapt to the change. Keep your morale up even if you're in a losing streak. Coordinate with your team and focus on you. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and comment any tips you would like to share in the comments down below. And I'll see you all later. Peace.